While everyone was busy being distracted by all the prestige drama, streaming services have quietly built up a giant stockpile of food shows. With CNN's Anthony Bourdain documentary not out for at least another year, and the next episode of The Great British Bake Off almost a whole week away, here's a list of all the food shows you should be watching instead. Light Bites. Somebody Feed Phil. Netflix. Everybody loves Raymond creator Phil Rosenthal isn't a travel expert or a food expert. However, he has a food-based travelogue on Netflix, which is probably down to his general enthusiasm for both. Over the course of 10 episodes, he travels the world, from Copenhagen to Ho Chi Minh City, sampling the food and saying wow a lot. This is as undemanding as food shows get, and that is saying something. Worth It. Amazon Prime. BuzzFeed's Stephen Lim, Andrew Ilnke and Adam Bianchi eat differently priced versions of the same meal. Is a $3 mac and cheese as good as one that costs $195? Is a $1,000 wine as good as cheap plunk? How much should you spend on bacon? Sushi? Cake? Pasta? Pizza? It is all covered during 4 seasons on Amazon. It is cheaply made, but fun. Main course. Ugly Delicious. Netflix. David Chang has inserted himself as Netflix's official food ambassador, and Ugly Delicious is the centerpiece of his empire. Every episode, Chang and his friends go deep on a different type of junk food, exploring issues such as the links between fried chicken and racism or the US's bastardization of fried rice. Ugly Delicious can get a little up itself at times. But the pizza episode, where Chang nearly gets into a fistfight with an artisanal chef for declaring his love for Domino's, makes great TV. Eat the World with Emeril Lagasse. Amazon. Yes, another food travelogue. But what separates Eat the World from something like Somebody Feed Phil is Emeril Lagasse's wealth of access. He meets acclaimed Korean nuns and gets a rare look at Albert Adria's enigma. Watch the Shanghai Soup Dumpling episode first, just for the giddy schoolboy glee on show. Sumbo's Just Desserts. Netflix. A sort of Australian bake-off, Sumbo's Just Desserts tasks contestants with making a new sweet treat per episode, a foot-high pudding, a gravity-defying dessert, something called a Franken dessert, and it is just as fluffy and fun as you would expect. Plus, Rachel Khoo is in it, so that's what she has been up to lately. Cordon Bleu. Chef's Table. Netflix. Netflix food shows are easy to spot, because they are the ones that treat food with a hysterical awestruck reverence that borders on religious. Chef's Table is the epicenter of this approach. Each episode meets a new chef from around the world and basically lies prostrate before them while classical music plays in the background. Some of the episodes are great. Christina Tosi's is a standout, but any more than 3 in a row and you will want to gorge on a Big Mac out of spite. The Mind of a Chef. Netflix. PBS's The Mind of a Chef is slightly more playful than Chef's Table. The chefs tend to get an entire series to themselves, so they are free to wander off down naughty little cul-de-sacs, but it is still relatively polite. April Bloomfield, the star of Series 2, is an absolute delight. In a world of celebrity chefs, her palpable awkwardness in front of camera is refreshing. Cooked. Netflix. Episodes are titled Fire, Water, Air, and Earth, which might suggest that Cooked is unbearably pretentious. And, to be fair, it is. It is food writer Michael Pollan exploring the evolution of our relationship with food in all manner of highfalutin ways. However, it is also an absolute work of art to look at. The Air episode, all about bread, is like visual ASMR. Nibbles. Chef Tips. Amazon. Amazon Prime is brilliant for very short-form cookery programs. Chef Tips takes one dish, sometimes even one technique, and gets a great chef to demonstrate it in roughly a minute. So, for instance, Bruce Kallman will teach you how to peel and chop garlic. Or Jamie Bissonnette will teach you how to fillet a fish. Or Chris Morningstar will show you how to make bechamel. Public service broadcasting, brought to you by Playboy Studios. Celebrity Snackdown. Amazon. 2 celebrities, 2 recipes. An unseen chef cooks them both and members of the public decide which is best. Are Jamie Oliver's scrambled eggs better than Gordon Ramsay's? Does Beyoncé make better guacamole than Eva Longoria? Who is better at waffles, Rachel Ray or Jackie Kennedy? This isn't very scientific, or even very clever, but it passes the time. Midnight Takeaway Last Call Food Brawl Netflix. Despite its culinary loftiness, Netflix isn't above indulging in the sort of dirty gluttony that made Man v Food such a success. Last Call Food Brawl has a loud host, aggressive music and tons of hipsters shouting at pork. This is either your sort of show or it isn't. The Pizza Show. Now TV Viceland's The Pizza Show goes absurdly deep on a single dish. Frank Pinello travels the world in a quest for the perfect pizza. In one episode, he tries the high-end pizza of Spago in Los Angeles, and in another he goes to Naples and gets repeatedly reminded all of the city's purest pizza rules. Catch it now before the acid reflux catches up with him. Fuck, that's delicious. Now TV. One of my favorites. The host, Action Bronson, used to be a chef, and he now travels a lot for his day job as a rapper, so this show instantly feels more authentic than Somebody Feed Phil, and less stuffy than Chef's Table. It is part cookery, part documentary and part weird state-of-the-world poetry. If anyone in the world will replace Anthony Bourdain, it will be Bronson. Second helpings. Rick Stein's Seafood Odyssey. iPlayer shows don't tend to stick around on iPlayer for more than a month. However, some of its classic food shows are now permanent fixtures. This 1999 series, where Rick Stein developed his skill for going to new countries and complaining that Britain isn't more like them, is one of them. It is probably Stein's best. Floyd on France, iPlayer. Over the years, Keith Floyd developed a reputation for being drunk and uncooperative. But in this 1987 series, he's on fine form, curious and observant, regaling viewers with all manner of charmingly rambling anecdotes. Food is almost an afterthought, which is possibly for the best, since a lot of it looks gray and boiled. The series, however, is tremendous. Fanny Craddock Cooks for Christmas. iPlayer. A 1975 series that feels as if it has been beamed in from a different universe. Craddock is in her prime, covered in massive brooches and with eyebrows painted halfway up her forehead. She shouts at her audience as if she can barely stand to be in the same room. Nothing looks appetizing and it is all very stressful. We have come so far since Craddock's day, but have lost so much. Off Menu nailed it. Netflix nailed it. Doesn't bill itself as the anti-Bake Off, but that is what it is. Contestants try to replicate cake recipes they have found on the internet and almost always budge them beyond all recognition. It is a brilliant premise, let down only by airless, edited to death American presentation. Kantaro the Sweet-Toothed Salaryman. Netflix. This takes some explaining. Kantaro is a Japanese drama about a man with a near-sexual fetish for puddings. Every day, he sneaks out from work, samples a new Japanese dessert, explains what makes it unique, eats it and has what appears to be an orgasm that brings about hallucinations. It is brilliant and stupid in equal measure, although the episode about Kantaro's mom probably crosses the line of decency. This article contains affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission if a reader clicks through and makes a purchase. All our journalism is independent and is in no way influenced by any advertiser or commercial initiative. The links are powered by Skimlinks. By clicking on an affiliate link, you accept that Skimlinks cookies will be set. More information,